Good morning. I see you say you can hear me just lovely. Good morning, Johnny Matt. I am back on here because this has been weighing pretty heavy on my heart, and I had to think about it. And I spoke with some people, and they noticed that the outrage is not loud enough regarding what has recently occurred. And you don't hear a lot of coverage about it, okay, which is odd in this case. But a young man named Casey Goodson Jr. was murdered, a young black man, 23 years old, 23 years old, on his way home from the dentist. And he stopped to get some Subway sandwiches for his 5-year-old sibling and his 72-year-old grandmother. And as he entered his house, he was shot in the back 3 times, piercing his lungs and his heart. And it was witnessed by his 5-year-old sibling, and he ran and said, "Mama, Casey just got shot." And the policeman admitted he made a mistake. And he tried to say, "Oh, we thought he was the man riding down the street that was waving a gun at us." What black man in his right mind would ride down the street waving his gun at the police? But then he gets out of his car, walks to his house, and like I said, all he had was the Subway sandwiches in his hand and a mask. They shot him in the back. Okay, it's Breonna Taylor all over again. And that's when I have to say, when is enough enough? Where are all the marches and the protests? Everybody like settle down. Okay, we had an election, so everything's going to be all right now. No, it's not all right. You know, I mean, it was not a mistake. It was murder. It was murder again. And I really can't. I wrote a poem years, decades ago. It's on one of my somewhere on my channel. The video's called "I'll Tell My Son," and I wrote it when my own son was 3 years old, which is a long time ago, and my oldest son. And nothing's changed in all that time. But this young man, like I said, 23 years old, he was saving money to go into business for himself. He was not a criminal. And if someone has their back turned, where is the thing to say, turn around with your hands in the air? That didn't happen. And his entire family and friends have said, you know what? He's the kind of guy, if he'd been told that, he would have complied. So they snuck up on him and shot him in the back. Now the family, you'll see across the ticker, has a GoFundMe. Be sure you get the one that is for his mother, Tamala Payne, because there are a couple of them, on, two or three of them on the GoFundMe, but it's Tamala Payne is his mother, and I'm just heartbroken. I'm really heartbroken about it, and you know, how many times is a mistake okay? It's not just a mistake. You're supposed to be an officer. You're supposed to know what you're doing. Okay? People make mistakes all the time, but when you're an officer and you got a gun on you, and guess what else? There's no body cam. There's no dash cam. All right? Nothing. Why is that? And I was watching TV, Tim Black, and he was breaking it down. But also, he showed a video where a white guy had a gun on his seat, you know, and told them that he had a right to do it and he could shoot them and his constitutional rights and this, that, and the other. If that had been a black man with a gun on the seat, do you think he would have lived to tell the story? So you might want to go over there and watch as well. But this to me is really heart wrenching. And I think, any black man, for Johnny Mack, of any age, it's frightening. And for any parent, it's frightening as well, you know? And I just wanted to know how you guys were feeling about it because it's got me really, really upset, you know? And, I just think, um, Johnny Mac, would you like to come up here and say a few things about it? Because this is really getting out of hand, and we need somebody with some words of wisdom to speak to us. And let me drop. I think I know how to drop the link. Let's see. If you wouldn't mind. Good morning, Beyond Beauty. How are you this morning? So you heard about it on the Young Turks this morning, but this happened several days ago. You know how it was earlier in the year, and nobody did anything about, remember all the outrage and so on, and now there's crickets. I mean, you hear it here and there, but you don't see it. And so I'm just at the point where I'm kind of like, okay, when is enough enough, you guys? So if anyone has anything to say, you can click the link and come on up if you're in the chat. If you're not in the chat, then I can't let you come up because I won't know who you are. But like I said, this is something that, so like I said, you can donate to the GoFundMe, but please share this. Um, Go to Facebook and look up Charla Johnson. I'll put her name in here so you all can see it. That's his sister. And you can go to her Facebook page, it's public, and read what she posted about it. And share it everywhere. It's hashtag Casey Goodson Jr. And you can, because we can't get comfortable. And I think that's what's happened since the election. Okay. We need to honestly take a look at what's going on here. And let's see, Casey, let me write this in here for you all. Even if you just do the hashtag on Twitter and on Instagram, um, that's your way, can be your way of speaking out, you know. But yeah, it's really, you know, really sad. It's heartbreaking. And like I said, he was only 23 years old. So I'll put his picture on the thumbnail. And like you say, just lovely, without consequence, because it doesn't matter now, it seems, even if you have the dash cam and you have the body cam and that sort of thing, it doesn't make any difference. Nothing, nobody's held accountable. And that's scary. It's frightening. It's angering. Good morning, Felicia Fee. It's like it's tearing. I don't know. I mean, what can we do? We've marched, but they never have to suffer any consequences for doing this sort of thing. That's not a mistake. Again, that's murder. So, like I said, I want to repeat this so you understand. He was coming home from the dentist. He got out of his car because he passed by them. They had some kind of task force or something. He passed by them. They followed him home. And as he was going in his house with his sandwiches, and he had in his hand his maps, he got his keys out as he was walking into his back door where he lived, he was shot in the back 3 times. In the back. And if you're not outraged, I don't know, but it tears me apart. It really does. And, you know, and I just wanted to share this with you because I'm not seeing a lot of media coverage. And, you know, it's just really, it's heartbreaking. Another young life taken away for nothing. And by the way, he was a law abiding young man. He had no sort of record or anything like that. So, you know, now they're just going to say, oops, sorry. No, that's not enough. This man needs to be, that officer needs to be, he's held to a higher standard. He needs to be arrested and charged and convicted and fired and never allowed to work in law enforcement anywhere in this country again. Period. Okay, y'all. Have a good day.